The 910th edition of the MMA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with promo code MMA SGPN.
Howdy ho, degenerinos. Welcome to episode 910 of the MMA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. Since 910 is one after 909 is dedicated to the Beatles. So, some people know what I'm talking about. Thank you for coming to the show. I'm Mr. Worldwide, Jeff Fox. Beside me, alongside me, virtually, is one and only Daniel Gumby. And we will do an episode someday, I'm sure, side by side. But today's not the day. We are covering Noche UFC, part 3. Oh, actually, Noche UFC 3. It's part 2 for us. We are doing the main card today. We did 8 prelim fights yesterday, and it was a team ride, which is usually a good thing. I think we're like lifetime, we're like 62% on our consensus picks. So that's pretty good. That's better than flipping a coin at least.
Guarantee that this main card won't be?
Really? You don't know? Do you know my picks?
I have no idea. I have no idea, but I know you won't ride with me on all of these. Okay,
I've heard you do your top 2 picks. I think that may be it. Have I heard? I don't think top tier. I don't think you said any of the others in top tier. I think you just said the first 2, like the main and co-main. So okay, we'll have to see. We will have to see. So you know a specific fight that we're going to differ on, or are you just thinking general?
2 of them. 2 of them at least.
2 fights you're going to differ on.
Maybe 3.
Okay. Wow.
Definitely
that's intriguing,
2,
isn't everyone? That is intriguing. Well, let's dive into it. Since we have lots of fights to talk about, once again, we're going to, before we do that, reminder, all the money that we're going to help you win, you can spend a little bit over it at our store, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/store. You don't have to spend a lot though, because we have a 25% off sale going on right now in the merch store with promo code football at checkout. So sportsgamblingpodcast.com/store, football at checkout. We have a lot of MMA gambling podcast merch. Obviously all these shows, and the network at large has a whole bunch of cool gear in there. So check it out. All right, Noche UFC 3 is also called UFC Fight Night, Lopes versus Silva. And it is going down in San Antonio, which is close to Mexico. Saturday, 3 p.m. is the prelims. The main card is 6 p.m. ESPN Plus. We did in the Frostbank Center, if you want to head to San Antonio, Texas. We already did the 8 prelim fights. Now we're going to dive right into the main card fights. We have a 6-fight main card, starting with 135-pounders. Santiago Luna, he is from Mexico. Quang Lee, he is from Vietnam. 3 5-minute rounds, breaker down. Bang Lee, 9-2, 2 knockouts, 4 submissions. He's been knocked out once. 1-2 in the UFC. So he's 1-2 over his last 3. He won his last fight via submission though, plus 123. Border Boy is Luna's nickname. That may not be a good nickname right now to head into the States with, but that is his nickname nonetheless. 6-0, 2 knockouts, 4 submissions. He's finished everyone. He owes his rounds. Short notice UFC debut, so warning, danger. He used to fight at 145. 13 years younger than Lee. Lee's older than you'd expect. He's 33, I think, or something. Is Luna only 20?
30, he's 33.
Yeah. Oh, and yeah, Luna's 13 years younger, 3 inches taller, minus 125. This is I start off these. I wish I didn't have to start off, but I am. Maybe we're going to differ in this one. Just to say, this is a tough one for me. Luna does look very good. He's very explosive. He's very good everywhere. He's not fought anyone good. He fought a can in his last fight, and that was the highest. What promotion was that again? Do you remember what
was it? Wow MMA.
No,
I know I recently watched some Wow MMA, but that might have been for Contender Series.
Tough enough. He fought it. And that's the highest level he fought at. And I think the guy he fought was like 4-6 or something like that. So he's not fought anyone. Yeah, he's not fought anyone good. But he's finished everyone. So, you can only fight what's in front of you. I do like Lee. I remember liking Lee. Watching him again today. I still do like him. He has power on the feet. And I think he's more dangerous on the ground as well. And he's fought a higher level competition. So I'm going with the dog here. I'm taking Lee here.
I'm also going Quang Bang Lee.
All right, good. I remember you liked him too, I think.
Yeah, I like him. And he had a bad fight. And I'm sure that's why everybody's getting off of him here. But he has 100% takedown defense. And if you watch Luna, like, it's clear, like, Luna would like to grapple. Luna very much wants to take you down. And like, I kind of question his work in the clinch. It never really looks all that great. And I think Quang is like, he continues to be like a very underrated wrestler for a dude whose nickname is Bang. You know, like I've seen tons of his fights before, and like anytime he chooses to wrestle, you're like, oh damn, you know, like that's actually pretty good. You know, in some instances he should do more, some instances he should do less. But like at the bottom line is just like he's looked good to me. He's got the explosive hands, and you know, to your point, Luna has got the finishing ability. He's finished what's in front of him. I just question his work in the clinch. I also question his range control. Sometimes it looks like he has no interest in being in the clinch, and then like a second later he's in it because he just got too excited. Sometimes it looks like he wants to throw from distance and he's way too far away. Like I question his work and range. I question his ability to work his way out of the clinch if should it get there. And I think Quang Le can take advantage of both of those. So give me the veteran here. Give me the older guy.
Yeah. You got to worry about this. This is a big spot, especially for a young Mexican fighter too, fighting close to home, fighting on a big fight card, and fighting the toughest opponent he's ever fought, and he's doing it all on short notice too. So that's another thing to think of here. So I think Lee is a worthy dog. Did you think we were going to disagree on that one or no?
That was the maybe.
Okay. All right. Next fight, 155. Alexander Hernandez. We discussed him yesterday, kind of, versus Diego Ferreira. You can call him Carlos Diego Ferreira if you prefer. He's from Brazil, 3 5-minute rounds. Well, this one is pretty much a pick 'em. We'll tell you about Ferreira first. 19-6, 5 knockouts, 7 submissions. He's been knocked out 3 times. 10-6 in the UFC. He's won 2 of 3 and 2 of 5. He did lose the last fight. He's missed weight twice at 155. He does have multiple regional championships on his
mantle.
Correct. Get our shirt, get our merch, sports@gamblingpodcast.com/store. And remember, your checkout code is football hut. All right.
The hut isn't in the promo code.
No. Oh, yes. Not the hut. That was the sound effect of football. All right. He has fought at 170, 185, 2011 Pro MMA debut. He's a grappling medalist. He's got 2 inches of reach over Hernandez, better striking stats. He's outstruck his opponents by 1.36 strikes per minute, minus 105. This one is actually flipped. We have a dog in it now. I'm going to tell you about the dog next. Alexander Hernandez. I just checked the odds when you were telling me mantle. Alexander the Great Hernandez is 17-8, 7 knockouts, 2 submissions. He's been knocked out 3 times, submitted once. 9-7 in the UFC. He's won 3 straight though, and 4 of 8. TKO win in his last bout. Used to fight at 145, missed weight before there. Regional champ, 2012 Pro MMA debut. 7 years younger than Ferreira. Better grappling stats. He's been outstruck by 0.24 strikes per minute. He's at plus 103 now. This one originally was minus 105, minus 105, but now it is flipped again. All right, Gumby. This one is up in the air in my eyes, at least. I think we may disagree. We'll see.
All right, let me convince you on Carlos Diego Ferreira then.
Okay, good. I wasn't leading there, but maybe you can.
Who beats Carlos Diego Ferreira? What is the archetype of the person who beats Carlos Diego Ferreira?
Let's take a peek at who's beaten him recently.
All right, you want me to give you the rundown? I'll give you the rundown. Beneil Dariush.
Grant Dawson.
Yeah. Grant Dawson.
Yep.
Matthews Gamrot.
Yep.
Gregor Gillespie. And a split decision to Beneil Dariush. Do you catch a trend?
You need to wrestle him a lot.
You need to be a badass wrestler. You need to be a badass wrestler who can punish him when you got him on the ground. And look, I don't think Alexander Hernandez is that. And like he stood with guys like Hernandez and dealt with it. Granted, it was a long time ago he did it to Tyson off, but like Michael Johnson, that KO, aged really well. Matthews Rembecki, just outworked Rembecki the whole time in that fight. Like he's 40 years old, but he's not old yet. You know what I mean? And again, I've sort of questioned that camp for Hernandez. I did on yesterday's show. I apologize for doing it again here, but like, I just don't know where they're at. They abandoned the gym that they had been going to, and Mark Montoya, who previously I'm like, game plan master, Mark Montoya, give me all the Mark Montoya. I know they're like piecing it together and they've got some coaches and they're figuring it out, but like, it leaves me with too many questions. And Alexander Hernandez just isn't going to grapple him. I also think the KO power of Carlos Diego Ferreira is kind of underrated. Like he slept 2 of his last 3 opponents.
It doesn't go away when you get older. It's supposed to increase when you get older, right?
Yeah, he's kind of getting that old man strength. So I'll take Carlos Diego Ferreira's old man strength.
Yeah, I will as well. I flipped a bit when we were doing yesterday's episode because Hernandez is, I don't know. I think you wrote him off too. We wrote him off, and then he's gone.
He had a really nice last fight too.
Yeah. But maybe we're just mad that he knocked out our boy. But we will take Ferreira here. I think he's still got something left in the tank. And if he doesn't, then
That was Chase Hooper, right? He beat.
Yeah.
Carlos Diego Ferreira looks different than Chase Hooper on the field.
He does look a little different. He's built a little different. Yeah, he looks a little different. He's his cool uncle.
He hit harder too.
He does hit harder. All right, let me talk about mybookie.ag. We are brought to you by them. That's why I'm telling you about them. MyBookie's your place to bet in football and everything else. Their prop builder is second to none. Their motto is bet on anything, anywhere, anytime. They have easy deposit and lightning fast payouts using crypto. Check out all the MMA lines, the UFC lines, and all the regional MMA that we cover over at MyBookie. And when you do head to mybookie.ag, use our promo code, and only ours, to sign up, MMA SGPN. That way you get 100% bet back bonus up to $500 for new customers. So that's mybookie.ag, promo code MMA SGPN. And Rhythm, RITHMM. The NFL is back on Rhythm. Last season, Rhythm was 76-66 against the spread and 22-19 in over-unders. But they really shined on player props. They went 15-8 on Josh Allen passing props, which is they got a 23% return on investment for that. Rhythm also has MLB, WNBA, golf, and college football. And Rhythm has introduced a leaderboard with weekly cash prizes just for tracking your bets in the app. Here's how it works. Track 5 bets of the same type from any model you build, and you could win $1,000. Gumby, do you have a week 2 NFL play for us? We're going to burn you out on that now.
Yeah, loading it up. We'll take the Bills giving up the points. I know the Jets didn't have the worst week 1, and it looked like Justin Fields is right there. But look, the Bills with that comeback against the Ravens, I'm a believer. And they're only given 6.5 right here. They should cover that 6.5. They should score or win by a touchdown here. So give me the Bills.
All right. And see if Rhythm agrees with Gumby. You can check for free with the 7-day free trial by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's RITHMM. So the team ride continues 10 straight on this here event. We are going to the next fight, which is 185. Kelvin, Gastelum, Dustin, Stoltzfus. They're both Americans. Stoltzfus is 16-7, 3 knockouts, 6 submissions. He's been knocked out twice, submitted twice. 3-6 in the UFC. Win, loss, win, loss, win, loss. So he lost the last bout. 1-0 on Contender Series, regional champ. He's fed at 205, 2014 pro MMA debut, 13-3 as a pro kickboxer, 3 inches taller than Gastelum, 4 inches of reach advantage over him. He's one of those guys with the plus 0.0 strike differential somehow, despite fighting 9 times. He's got better grappling stats than Gastelum, plus 217. Gastelum 19-10 with 1 no contest, 6 knockouts, 5 submissions. He's been submitted 3 times. 13-10 with 1 no contest in the UFC. Win-loss over his last 4. 2-4 over his last 6. He's fought at 170, missed weight twice at 170. 4-0 in the Ultimate Fighter and the champion. 2009 pro MMA debut. He's more active landing strikes than Stoltzfus. He's outstruck his opponents by 0.18 strikes per minute, minus 230. Are we going to differ on this one, Gumby? Maybe. Because you've taken Stoltzfus before, I remember, in big spots. I'm still taking Gastelum. I don't like him at middleweight, because that means he can be lazy in training camp. He's probably going to come in fat, but I think level wise, even at this point in his career, he's still levels above Stoltzfus. I'm having trouble with his name today. He's going to be a better striker, and I don't think Stoltzfus is going to be able to out-grapple him either. So give me Gastelum. This is another one I'm not super happy about.
I want to ask you what makes you think. So I'm going to go Stoltzfus. So I'll spoil the surprise.
I know your type. I
do like Dustin Stoltzfus. I continue to like him for some reason. But out of curiosity, what makes you think out of Kelvin Gastelum's game that he is like obviously going to out-grapple Dustin Stoltzfus?
No, I don't think he's obviously going to. I just think he should be good enough.
But the thing is, he's terrible on the mat lately. Like he's sort of been terrible on the mat his whole career. I mean, like, think about his, if you want to even go way back, like I'll go way back, like main event against Chris Weidman, an aged Chris Weidman who is not quite there anymore. Yeah. Pieced up Chris Weidman for the better part of the first round. Chris Weidman got 1 takedown and immediately had an arm try and go fight over. Immediately over. 30 seconds on the ground with Jack Hernandez, and his leg is in heel hook, and he's tapping out like he had never seen a heel hook before in his life. Like, his submission defense actually kind of sucks. And like, don't get me wrong, like, yes, losing to Sean Brady, whatever, you lose to Sean Brady. Sean Brady's good as hell. But like, he lost to Sean Brady by a Kimura. Like, how many times have you seen like a Kimura finish a UFC fight? Like his submission defense just kind of isn't there for me. And then on top of that too, like Dustin Stoltzfus consistently scores takedowns. Like he took down Ruzaboyev in his last fight. He would have taken down Marc-Andre Barrio if he didn't knock him out first, because he knocked him down and knocked him out in that fight. You know, he took down Bruno Ferreira. If he didn't get hit with that spinning back elbow, that probably continues. I mean, like he dominated Puna Soriano on the mat, like 4 takedowns, rear naked choke victory. Like I know his record is spotty as hell. It looks like shit on paper, but the dude consistently puts in good grappling moments, and like Kelvin Gastelum being short in this fight too, and like not being able to get his hands going for that reason, I think it opens up even more avenues for Stoltzfus to either, you know, counter a big shot that Gastelum tries to throw his way with a double. I mean, it probably opens up him landing too, because like I said, he knocked out power bar. He took the power bar right away. So I'm gonna go Stoltzfus. I think he's worth a sprinkle here.
I definitely will not defend Kelvin Gastelum because
he sucks a little bit.
Yeah, he sucks a little bit and wasted talent. Yeah. All right. Yeah, and the middleweight thing also, like I said, worries me.
It's a bummer. It's a real bummer.
Yeah, means he's not going to have to work hard in camp, or as hard. All right, moving on up the card. We're third from the top now. Jared Gordon. He's on a resurgence. He's from the United States. Rafa Garcia is from Mexico. They're fighting at 155. I'll tell you about Garcia first. Gifted Garcia is 16-4, 1 knockout, 8 submissions. He's been knocked out once, 5-4 in the UFC. He's won 3-4 and 5-7. He did win his last bout though. He's a regional champ. He's fight at 145, 2014 pro MMA debut. He's got 2 inches of reach over Gordon. He's 6 years younger. He's got better grappling stats than Gordon. He's been outstruck, by 0.46 strikes per minute. He's at plus 211. Flash Gordon, 20-7 with 1 no contest, 7 knockouts, 2 submissions. He's got a sneaky good record, actually. You wouldn't
especially after those first 2 losses, because he came in on 2 losses and they gave him another shot. And since then he's 5-2.
Yeah, he's 9-6 with 1 no contest in the UFC. He's been knocked out 4 times, submitted once. I think I forgot to mention that. So 9-6 with 1 no contest in the UFC. Win over his last 3, 3-3 with 1 no contest over his last 7. So he's even Steven. KO win in his last bout. Used to fight at 145, missed weight twice there. Regional champion, 2011 pro MMA debut, 2 inches of height over Garcia, better striking stats, more active landing strikes, and he's outstruck his opponent by 1.76 strikes per minute, minus 225. Imagine that. Gordon is a big favorite here. We'll take him, I bet.
I actually messed up. He actually won 2 fights before he lost those 2 fights.
Okay.
Because I'm looking at his record right now. I just pulled it up because I was like, wait a second, maybe that's not correct. We're not both taking Gordon. I told you I was differing with you on 2 fights. I'm taking Rafa Garcia. Okay. I think the once again, the wrestling of Rafa Garcia underrated. Same reason I like Stoltzfus in this. He just ragdolled Vince Pichel. And look, I know Vince Pichel's old and he's over the hill, and I think that was his retirement fight? Might have been his retirement fight. But like Rafa ragdolled him, took him down a couple of times. And like, you know, knock Vince Pichel if you want, but like Vince Pichel has always been good at that. He's always been a good wrestler. I mean, he went in there and out wrestled Mahashate. He put an absolute beat down on Clay Guida. Like the only 2 people he's lost to in the last 4 or 5 years is Grant Dawson and Drakkar Klose. Like those are the only 2 people right now beating Rafa Garcia. So like, again, yeah, I know his record maybe doesn't look real pretty on the outside, but like when you break it down, it looks pretty darn nice. In all of those fights, he's gotten a little bit of his wrestling going, with the exception of, like Grant Dawson TKO'd him from guard. I think it was from guard at the end of that fight, which obviously doesn't look good, but Gordon hasn't won any fight where it hasn't sparked the guy in the feet. He hasn't just sparked the guy in the feet. He hasn't won a fight like that outside of that in some time, right? Like, he beat Moises, he sparked him on the feet, beat Madsen, he sparked him on the feet. And then the last time he won before that was like 3 years ago. Mm-hmm. It's been a while since he's been able to beat somebody without throwing a 1-punch KO. I don't think he 1-punch KOs Rafa Garcia. So I'm going to take a dog again.
Well, I think he does. He also has not been taken down in his past 6 fights. So I think he keeps.
Who has he fought that's going to take him down?
Let me see. Madsen is an Olympic wrestler.
But he knocked him out in 30 seconds.
Yeah, I know. King Green tried to take him down, failed. Paddy Pimblett tried to take him down, failed. Leonardo Santos tried to take him down and failed.
He probably beat Paddy Pimblett for the record, too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. All right, so you knew we were going to.
That was not the Paddy Pimblett who beat Michael Chandler, though. A very different Paddy Pimblett.
It was. All right, there we go. We finally differed again on another fight. All right, before we get into the last two fights, let me tell you about Underdog Fantasy. Underdog is a great place to play fantasy pick'em, where you can win up to 500 times your entry. Simply pick higher or lower on your favorite player stats. It's available for a ton of sports. Gumby's going to give you a play right now, I bet.
Yeah, sure. We'll do NFL stuff because, I don't get enough chances to talk about NFL and how much I know about NFL football. So let's go to Dallas because obviously I haven't talked enough about my Dallas Cowboys yet.
Right.
We'll go to Dallas Cowboys week 2. They are going to be playing the Giants, who, let's face it, stink. And I'm going to take the higher than, I can't believe I'm saying this, Javonte Williams rushing yards. I said this team was never going to run the ball, and then all he did was run in 2 touchdowns in week 1. So, I think with the Giants being the opponent too, is a little bit easier than the Eagles up front. So give me the higher than on Javonte Williams' rushing yards.
All right. Plus, Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with our code and only our code MMA SGPN. And we're brought to you by Novig, Novig, all one word. Novig is America's #1 sports prediction market. Since Novig is an exchange, you're getting some of the best prices in the market. Novig is available in 35 plus states. Download the Novig app and get $50 when you spend $5. If you use our code SGPN, get in on the action with Novig, promo code SGPN. So we're gonna agree on the next 2 fights, according to me as well. Co-main event: Rob Font, United States, David Martinez from Mexico. They're fighting at 135. Martinez is Black Spartan, 12-1 with 10 knockouts. He's never been finished in a fight. 1-0 in the UFC. He's won 8 straight, including his last fight via TKO. He's not lost since April 2021. 1-0 Contender Series, regional champion. 11 years younger than Font. Better striking stats than Font. And he has outstruck his opponents, his one opponent, by 2.7 strikes per minute. He's at plus 115. Font, 22-8, 9 knockouts, 4 submissions. He's been submitted once. 12-7 in the UFC. He's won 2 straight and 3 of 7. He's missed weight before at 135. Regional champ. Used to fight at 145 and 155. 2011 pro MMA debut. 3 inches taller, 4-inch reach advantage over Martinez. More active landing strikes, better grappling stats. He's outstruck his opponents by 1.82 strikes per minute, minus 125. Is it me this time? I think. I
don't know. I'm just going to reach out with my arms and welcome you back to picking Rob Font with me, though.
Yes, of course. I got to pick Rob Font here.
You were away. You were away for so long.
I was.
I invite you back after my last 2 wins with him.
Too much too soon for Martinez. Like he probably has a bright future, but Rob Font is a very tough test for a fighter. 1 fight into his UFC career, and Font knows how not to get knocked out, and pretty much Martinez has to knock people out to win. So I think Font's going to stay safe. Font also has a reach advantage, so he can kind of pitter patter from outside as well and keep himself safe. So give me the bet at a very nice number.
Is this Rob Font's worst opponent in his last 3 fights?
Oh yeah, probably.
He beat Tyler Phillips and Gian Matsumoto. Both of who you doubted him against. But
prospects. He's a prospect killer.
And he went in there and and he's looked better since being at TriStar. I think that's a super underrated piece of the game. And not that the guys in Boston weren't putting together some pretty good game plans for him, but look, it seems to have taken another level just getting a second set of eyes on him and what he's able to do. Put together really great training camps, put together a really good plan for Kyler Phillips in a close fight he won. And then he beat up Gian Matsumoto. I just think he's really putting it together. And to your point, Martinez needs a KO. You ain't getting one here. So, I'll take Rob Font again.
All right, there you go. Main event time. Should be a fun fight. It's a grudge match too. Featherweight bout. Diego Lopes from Brazil, Gian Silva from Brazil. So they have a couple of Brazilians on the Mexican fight card. Gummy, it makes sense, right? In the main event.
Perfect sense.
Fantastic. That's the UFC for you. They don't care. Lopes, 26-7, 10 knockouts, 12 submissions. He's been knocked out twice. 5-2 in the UFC. He's won 5 of 6, but he did lose his last bout. He used to fight at 135 and 165. 0-1 a Contender Series because he lost 2.
Oh, this one was so long ago.
It was someone good, if I remember correctly,
2. I don't remember. I got nothing.
We lost to someone good. I got to scroll because I forget already too, but it is someone good. It's someone who is in the UFC still, I think. Movsar Evelev. Nope, that was in the UFC.
That was his UFC debut.
He lost to him. No, where is it?
So he lost it in that huge break, and then he came back.
You got to scroll way down. Joe Anderson Britu. So it's okay, I guess.
Not bad.
Think we wouldn't pick Britu over him now, though.
No.
Multiple Richard championships on his
mantle.
Correct. Get a shirt, get a merch, sportsgamblingpockets.com/store. Football is your code at checkout. 25% off. 2012 Pro MMA debut. 4 inches taller than Silva, 3-inch reach advantage. He has been outstruck in the UFC by 1.06 strikes per minute. He's at plus 200. Lord Silva, 16-2, 12 knockouts, 3 submissions. He's never been finishing any fight. 5-0 in the UFC. He's won 13 straight fights, 5 straight via finish. So all of his UFC wins, he has finished his opponent. He's missed weight before at 145. 1-0 contender series. Used to fight down at 135, up at 155. 2 years younger than Lopes, better striking stats, more active landing strikes, and better grappling stats than Lopes. And he's outstruck his opponents by 0.74 strikes per minute, minus 209. Gumby finishes off.
I'm going to pick Gian Silva, but I'm going to feel about the same way as I did about Tatiana Suarez yesterday.
Yeah, the line's too wide.
Look, it's just too wide to do anything with, in my opinion. And you look, I really like Gian Silva. I like the aggression. This is a big step up for him. I do think he's got the striking, and I think he's faster, and I think what he can do on the feet is damage him enough. I also like his pace. I like that he's able to put on a pace, and he's always looked good late in the fight for me. You know, I worry about Diego Lopez's grappling here enough that I don't like him at negative 209.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I just do kind of feel like his striking is just a little too good, and the pace he's going to put on him is a little too much. So, if not, this is maybe the worst 8-day stretch in the history of the Fighting Nerds. This will be real bad. But yeah, I don't know. I still kind of believe. I'm not ready to write the whole team off after UFC Paris.
He's the last one that's undefeated in the UFC at this point. So I'm taking Silva.
They got one coming up on Contender Series. I don't think week 6, maybe week 7. Icaro Brito will be on I think week 7 or 8.
Okay. Yeah, I'm taking Silva. I don't really have much to add than what Gumby adds. Gumby's already said. So we agree on it. All right. Recap and get your fancy plays. Silva, Font. He's got García. I have Gordon. I have Gastelum. He has Stoltzfus. Ferreira. It doesn't feel good saying that. Ferreira and Lee. All right. Fancy, dancy plays, locks, dogs, props. I'm going to let you go first this time.
Cool. I'll tell you yours right after I make mine.
Okay, good.
That? I'm gonna take the same person you take as a lock. Actually,
I just figured it out though.
We're gonna agree on our locks. You're gonna take Zach Reese.
No, I'm not.
Oh, really? You
finally, you're wrong.
I missed one for once. I'm gonna take Zach Reese. I think Cedric Dumas is A, terrible, and B, possibly in league trouble, and both of those things don't usually bode well for a fight career. I'll take Zach Reese.
All right, minus 225. No, I want a better number. I'm taking Rob Font, minus 125. What do you think of that?
Minus one what?
125 we're getting him for.
Is that really what the line's down to?
Yeah.
That's pretty bad.
Nice.
All right, I'll allow it.
Yeah. All right. You'll allow it. That's what the line is. Dude.
I'll allow it.
Martinez only plus 115 at this point, so money's coming in.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Why do people keep doubting Rob Font? What's wrong with people?
Eventually it'll pay off, but
yeah,
he may
my
be
underdog of the week is going to be Quang Bang Lee.
Me too.
Yours? Oh, really?
Yes.
I thought you were going to on that one. I thought
you thought I was going to take.
Yeah, I really thought you were going to.
I almost did. No.
Yeah.
No.
Quang Bang.
Garul's power is a little scared me off a little bit there, but I'm still picking him to win. All right, and your prop play.
My prop play, I'm going to go nuts.
All right.
I'm going to take Carlos Diego Ferreira by knockout.
Right.
I think he's shown that dad strength lately. Hernandez is crazy enough to stand in there and trade with him. His KO TKO prop right now plus 500.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm going to go Carlos Diego Ferreira, and let's roll the dice on a big one.
And Hernandez has been knocked out 3 times, so it's not like this would be a precedent.
Just saying.
Do you know my fancy player?
I guess Tatiana Suarez by decision, because that just feels
that would
like
be a good one, but that number that number is probably still negative somewhere, right?
Yeah,
I didn't look it up.
Yeah, it's probably not pretty.
Nope, I'm taking Zachary Reese. There you go. That's what I am taking him still via TKO plus 155. Dumas has been knocked out twice. Like I said last year's episode, twice in his past 3 fights. I have questions about his chin. Obviously, he doesn't know how to fight properly either. He's going to get hit. And Reese is a guy that puts it on you and puts it on you often and early. So I like Reese via TKO plus 155. All right. Guppy's got Reese as his lock. I have Font. Both have Lee as our dogs. He has CDF, Diego Ferreira knockout, and I have Reese knockout. All right. Lightning round. No, not lightning round. Huggy Red John, super fan. What?
We're going to go parlay. We're only going to go 2, but I'm going to go absolutely bananas again. The KO props I was finding on this card, I couldn't get away from. We're going to take a couple of grapplers to win by KO. We're going to pair them together, and we're going to get the nuttiest odds we've had in a minute. So the first one I'm going to take is I like Jesus Aguilar by knockout. You mentioned it on yesterday's show. He's kind of got a sneaky big right hand, right? And when he knocked, I'm trying to remember who he knocked out, but was it Shannon Ross? Shannon Ross.
Yes, it was nasty. Yes,
it was nasty. And granted, Shannon Ross had a worse chin than I do, I think, and I've never been punched. But like, I think Aguilar's kind of got that sneaky KO part, and we just saw Garul get knocked out by O'Day Osborne. So like, there's that piece there. Plus 900 on Aguilar.
You are going crazy,
right? Crazy. I'm gonna pair that with Claudio Puelas, again, a grappler, but a guy who is like, not, first of all, knocked a person out before in his career, and he's fighting Neto BJJ, a guy who goes in and throws wild, and also I think there's like a good chance he gets like a TKO finish. Neto BJJ has never been sub before, so if we see a lot of top control by Puelas, I can see just like a ground and pound finish from like rear mount because he can't get the rear naked choke in. Also plus 900 on Claudio Puelas by KO. And if you put 900 and 900 together, you get 99 to 1. And I'm feeling just crazy enough. So let's get that 99 to 1.
That's the biggest one we've had. Aguilar and Puelas via knockout. Or we'll take TKOs as well. That'll get us the money. All right. You're all set for Noche UFC. Hit us up in the Discord. You can chat with us about the event or anything else at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Discord. On the old YouTube, MMA Gambling Podcast. On the Twitter, SGPN MMA. He's at Gamble Responsibly. I'm at Jeff Fox Writer there. At Jeff Fox Writer on Instagram as well. You also catch me at my Substack, moneymma.substack.com. Enter my free UFC pick'em contest for this event. Noche UFC. Gummy's got Top Turtle MMA podcast. It has someone who just won on Contender Series and has someone who's going to fight this weekend on it this week.
Yeah, Stephen Asplund, now the viral sensation for talking about Dana White's toes. You can get him before he talked about Dana White's toes on my podcast. And then also Christina Brader, who's fighting in LFA this weekend.
So check out Top Turtle. And of course, sportsgamblingpodcast.com, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/store. Football at checkout, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Patreon for bonus content. Get us out of here, and then we're going to get right back in your ears again, people.
All right, I'm Dana Gumby Vreeland. He's Jeff Bang Fox, and we will see you in just a little bit.